Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachari Yamuna Tera Vanachari Yamuna Tera Vanachari Yamuna Tera Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hari Hari. Jai. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramsa Parivrajacharya Ashtara His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramsa Parivrajacharya Ashtara His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Ramacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Shiho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasiti Gaura Bhaktarinda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Chama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Gordhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki, Shri Navri Dham Ki, Shri Mathura Dham Ki, Bhakti Devi Ki, Tulsi Devi Ki, Yamuna Devi Ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtanya Ki, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki, Samhita Bhaktarinda Ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru Garanga. All glories to Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, dear friends. Welcome back. Phone. Please write Hare Krishna in the comment section. What are you watching on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube? Doesn't matter. Just write Hare Krishna. Danny, Rudra Prakash, Manish Pangeni, Bronwyn. I see Shamdai, Priti Gaur, Ganesha Ganapati, Hare Krishna. Peter Krishna, Hare Krishna. Neo Prabhu, Australia. Gabriela, Hare Krishna. YouTube?
There's 5 viewers on YouTube.
But no one is writing, huh?
No, there. Frank is back.
Frank is back, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Rebecca Goldberg.
Huh?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, yes.
RP.
RP.
And David James.
David James.
Yeah.
I think I know this.
And Manish Pangeni.
I think I know David James.
Yeah.
I think he's from Canada, but I'm not sure. Hare Krishna, David. If you are from Canada, don't say Hare Krishna, say Haribol. And Dennis, Hare Krishna. Dennis and Sergey. And Tony. Yes, Hare Krishna, Tony. Okay, very good. So, we're reading today 3rd canto, 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, text 42. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Where's Maxim?
I thought he was working out.
Joe? Joeing?
Shall you go?
Leave him. It's distasteful. Okay, so 3:14:42. Ditir uvacha.
Ditir uvacha.
Vadham Bhagavata Sakshat
Radham Bhagavata Sakshat
Sunabudara Bahuna
Sunabhudara Bahuna
Ashase Putrayor Mahyam
Ashase Putrayor Mahyam
Makrudat Brahmanat Prabhu
Makrudhad Brahmanat Prabhu Ditiruvacha
Ditiruvacha
Vadham Bhagavata Sakshat
Vadham Bhagavata Sakshat
Sunabhudara Bahuna
Sunabudara Bahuna
Ashase Putrayor Mahyam
Ashase Putrayor Mahyam
Makrudhad Brahmanat Prabhu
Makrudat Brahmanat Prabhu Ditiruvacha.
Ditiruvacha
Diti said,
Diti said
Hare Krishna, Alexandra and Shamdai. Vadam,
Madam,
the killing,
the killing
Bhagavata,
Bhagavata
by the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
by the Supreme Personality of Godhead
Sakshat,
Sakshat
directly,
directly
Sunabha,
Sunabha
with his Sudarshan weapon,
with his Sudarshan weapon
Udara,
Udara
very magnanimous,
very magnanimous
Bahuna,
Bahuna
by the arms,
by the arms
Ashase,
Ashase
I desire,
I desire
Putrayo,
Putrayo
of the sons,
of the sons
Mahyam,
Mahyam
of mine,
of mine
Ma,
Ma
never be it so,
never be it so
Krudat,
Krudaha
by the rage,
by the rage
Brahmanat,
Brahmanat
of the Brahmanas,
of the Brahmanas
Prabhu,
Namo
O my husband.
O my husband.
Translation. Diti said, it is very good that my sons will be magnanimously killed by the arms of the personality of Godhead with his Sudarshan weapon. O my husband, may they never be killed by the wrath of the Brahmana devotees. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. When Diti heard from her husband that the great souls would be angered by the activities of her sons, she was very anxious. She thought that her sons might be killed by the wrath of the Brahmanas. The Lord does not appear when the Brahmanas become angry at someone, because the wrath of a Brahmana is sufficient in itself. He certainly appears, however, when his devotee simply becomes sorry. A devotee of the Lord never prays to the Lord to appear for the sake of the troubles the miscreants cause for him. And he never bothers them by asking for protection. Rather, the Lord is anxious to give protection to the devotees. Diti knew well that the killing of her sons by the Lord would also be His mercy. And therefore she says that the will and arms of the Lord are magnanimous. If someone is killed by the will of the Lord and is thus fortunate enough to see the arms of the Lord, that is sufficient for his liberation. Such good fortune is not achieved even by the great sages. Namagyantirinandasya Gyanajanashalakayam Chakshunamritam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
So Diti is now praying. She is saying this to Kashyapa Muni, her husband, sage. And she is worried that her sons will anger the Brahmanas. See, nowadays, we don't understand the value of a Brahmana. Nor do we understand how detrimental are the offenses made to the lotus feet of a Brahmana. But it is very, very serious consequences. When we offer, we say this prayer, Namo Brahmanya Deva Go Brahmana. Krishna is the protector of Brahmanas and cows. So, Brahmanas and cows should always be respected. And then our life will be very auspicious, very nice. So, she says here that she's very happy that her sons will be killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kashyapa Muni, he predicted that these demonic sons who were begotten through illicit sex life, they will be killed by Krishna. Krishna will appear to kill them. So she was very happy. Oh, that is very nice. This is devotional attitude. A devotee never asks Krishna that, oh, you should do this for me, you should fulfill my desire. He's not trying to control Krishna. He's trying to serve Krishna. That is the difference between a devotee and a non-devotee. So, even if the Lord comes to kill the devotee, of course he doesn't kill the devotee, but there might be some situation that is unfavorable for us, and it is arranged by the Lord. I've mentioned before, Srila Prabhupada, he mentions in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that the institution of a spiritual master was destroyed by the whimsical behavior of Srila Prabhupada's godbrothers. So, this is mentioned in connection with the split between the sons of Lord Advaita. So, Srila Prabhupada mentions that also there's a similar pastime that involves the deviation of a spiritual master's institution, the Gaudiya Math institution. So, it is mentioned there that this was divinely arranged. There was divine intervention. So sometimes we might see reverses, something that might be completely against Krishna consciousness, and yet it is arranged by the Lord. Because Krishna, his controlship over this material world is very complex. And we can't really understand. We see everything from our limited, selfish point of view. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says that these categories, good and bad, moral, immoral, are simply mental concoctions. So here, for example, these devotees, these demons, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they were actually devotees. Pure devotees. Hiranyakashipu, he is being killed by Lord Nrsimha because he was torturing his son, Prahlad Maharaj, a pure devotee. But actually, this Hiranyakashipu is also a pure devotee. He's just playing a leela. There was the four Kumaras, they came to the spiritual world. They wanted to see Krishna. By Jai Vijay, they were gatekeepers to Vaikuntha, and they forbade them. No, you cannot enter. So, the four Kumaras, Brahmanas, see, they cursed Jaya and Vijay. They cursed him. So the curse of a Brahmana is so powerful. Even one might be in the spiritual world, he can fall down because of that. Of course, they didn't fall down due to envy, but this was a lila. Krishna wanted to enjoy, manifest these pastimes in the material world, so he arranged this whole situation. Everything is under Krishna's control. So this might be completely very difficult to understand. On one hand, Hiranyakashipu is a demon. On the other hand, it's Jaya and Vijay. Because Krishna gave them the choice. In order to repent or purify this offense you have done to the four Kumaras, you can either become demons for 3 lifetimes, or you can become devotees and accompany me in my lila for 7 lifetimes. He gave such a choice. So Jai and Vijay, they were very eager to go back home again, back to the spiritual world. So they chose, let's become demons. That's how Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha came about. So it might be contradictory. Again, how can they be devotees if they're demons? Yes, there's a story behind it. There's an explanation. You might not know the explanation right away. Similarly, when a devotee is put into difficulty, there is also an arrangement by Krishna. Actually, it is mentioned that if Krishna likes you, he gives you everything. But if Krishna loves you, he takes everything from you. Why? Because if you have nothing, then the only thing that remains is to surrender to Krishna. You have no other shelter to hide. So then Krishna remains your only option. So Krishna is very kind, and he provokes surrender in this way. So Diti was a devotee because she was praying like that. She wasn't disturbed that her sons would be killed. Anyone who is killed directly by the Lord, he reaches the supreme destination. Just like on a battlefield of Kurukshetra, all these soldiers who were killed because they saw Krishna. And the battle was fought on the order of Krishna. They all went back home, they all achieved liberation. Sometimes there is an argument that a devotee cannot be killed or poisoned because Krishna would protect him. Oh, really? The Srimad Bhagavatam gives another example. Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was also cursed by a Brahmana. Not Brahmana, but the son of a Brahmana. He had some of the tejas, some of the shaktis, some of the potencies of his father, even the little son. So he cursed Maharaj Parikshit in the most nonsensical way. There was no reason to curse him. But he was cursed nevertheless. And instead of fighting, counteracting the curse, instead of praying to Krishna, Krishna, please protect me, remove this curse so I don't die. I'm afraid to die. Please. Maharaj Parikshit surrendered. Yes, I will die. The Lord wants this for a reason. And also, this was one of the reasons why Maharaj Parikshit was cursed. So the Srimad Bhagavatam can be spoken. So let it be so. Let it be so. Devotee does not mind. Devotee knows Krishna has a reason for this. I might not know the reason, but the reason is there. Krishna is consciously doing everything. Nothing is by accident. Everything is Purnam. So we should not be disturbed when a devotee is killed. This is also the arrangement of Krishna. Of course, we ourselves should never kill a devotee. But this world is a horrible place, and devotees are persecuted. That's a fact. And sometimes it becomes very severe, so the devotee is killed. Lord Jesus Christ is a good example of that. And many others. Lord Buddha was also. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So many. Either they're killed or they're being harassed. You can choose. This is a very nasty place, full of envious people. As soon as you become a devotee, you become an enemy number one. Nobody wants to remember Krishna. You're reminding them of Krishna, and because you're reminding them of Krishna, you're reminding them of their crime of separation. We have separated ourselves from Krishna. That is our greatest shame and crime. So the devotee reminds to the non-devotees of Krishna and breaking their illusion. Nobody wants to get out of the illusion in the material world. Everyone wants to stay sleeping. When you wake him up, you say, 5 more minutes. Give me 5 more minutes. And the 5 minutes will turn into 10 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, 1 day, 1 lifetime. Just like when someone is waking you up, you can also relate. It is so uncomfortable, right? You want to, especially in the winter time, you want to remain in your sleeping bag, warm, and probably you took 5 pieces of cake on Sunday feast, and on Monday morning someone is waking you up, Nityananda. Wake up, prabhu. So nobody wants that. It's so uncomfortable. You hate this Nityananda. So this is why people are so inimical to the devotees. Because the devotees give them pain. Mental pain. Srila Prabhupada says that this preaching is a thankless task. He also says that Maya is a thankless task. Maya's duty is to make you illusioned, cover you. And a devotee also has a thankless task. He has to wake you up. Jiv Jago! Wake up, sleeping soul, Lord Chaitanya prays. So, we should not be surprised, and it is not something crazy to think that the devotee has been killed or poisoned, that the guru has been given poison. This should be expected. Not that it is questioned, it should be immediately expected. Yes, that might come. Srila Prabhupada says that they killed Jesus Christ, they might kill me also. They might do it. He didn't say they will do it, but they might. So if you take Srila Prabhupada's words seriously, Srila Prabhupada is not speculating. He is a perfect soul, perfect spiritual master. There is nothing extra in his teaching, nothing extraneous. So if he says they might, then we should take it very seriously. Of course, no one can kill a devotee. That is another foolishness, just like nobody can kill Krishna. Nobody can kill you either, because you are a spirit soul. The soul cannot be cut into pieces, cannot be withered by wind, cannot be burned by fire, cannot be dried by wind, moistened by water. So the soul is indestructible. But the body can be destroyed. So deity is very surrendered, and similarly a devotee is very surrendered. When he sees that someone wants to kill him, he's thinking, this person, somehow or other, I have done something to him in my previous life. So now he is taking his revenge. Let me accept it. This Hiranyakashipu, he had a saintly son, Prahlad Maharaj, and he wanted to kill him. And he was giving him poison, he was trying to put him under the feet of an elephant to smash him. So many different ways he was trying to kill him. But Prahlad Maharaj, he was taking everything as prasadam. Sharira vidaja junriyataika. This is prasadam of a pure devotee. Prasadam means mercy. See, we're selective in what mercy we want to take and what mercy we don't want to take. The real devotee, he takes everything as Krishna's prasadam, even the suffering. There's nice rasagula, samosa, halava, okay. That sort of mercy everybody wants to take. Oh yes. But beatings, insults, killing, that is not so easy. But a pure devotee, he takes that also. He takes both. He appreciates the beauty of Krishna in the material creation also. But he also appreciates when there's some suffering. Because he knows that Krishna is the source of both suffering and enjoyment also. That is surrender. That is true surrender. Not that's, sectarian, that only good mercy. He takes the whole thing. A pure devotee takes the whole thing. So we should be like that also. Whatever reverses are there, whatever depression we have, whatever suffering we have in devotional service, we should think that this is arranged by Krishna. Krishna has done this. And if you love Krishna, it will be very easy. If you don't love Krishna, if you want to use Krishna as your order supply, then it will be difficult for you to accept that sort of mercy. So, deity was surrendered. Even if her sons would be killed by Lord Vishnu, she'll be very happy. She wouldn't mind. Any questions?
I have one question. Which one's the one first?
Whichever.
Okay. So I'm wondering, because you said that devotees they do not pray when they're in danger. Why did then, just to understand, why did Prabhupada then give Narasimha Pranam? Because I thought that Narasimha Pranam is to protect the devotees.
Yeah. Why? Why are we protecting the devotees? So they can go on preaching. So the devotional service can go on.
So devotees can pray for protection so that they can execute the service.
Yeah.
Of the
Why are we eating? Why are we sleeping?
To keep the body fit.
Keep
for
the body
service.
fit together so we can go on Sankirtan. That's it.
Thank you.
So right now, I've lost my voice.
Yeah.
My chanting is not good because I can't hear myself. I can't be in here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go on Sankirtan.
Yeah, you're being punished.
Why?
Why not? We're getting so much, we have been so sinful so many lifetimes. This is nothing. A devotee is thinking, oh, now I'm suffering. Oh, thank you, Krishna. I'm such a sinner that I deserve way much more, but you have minimized my karma to this insignificant suffering. Thank you so much. I was supposed to have my head chopped off, but now I have a little scar here. Jai. Jai Shri Krishna. If you think like this, you will never be unhappy. We're unhappy because we want to lord it over. Why this happens to me? I'm supposed to be happy. All the time happy. Why the suffering is here? No. Krishna is supposed to be happy always. And when you serve him, you also become happy. That is the principle of real happiness. Give happiness to Krishna.
Wouldn't it make Krishna more happy if I could chant and sing and glorify him?
No. No. There was one devotee, the Prabhupada, he said, chant. And he took the Madanga and he started chanting in a very expert, professional way. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Prabhupada said, stop! You do not know. And he told other devotee that you chant now. And that devotee, he really was chanting like a donkey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And Prabhupada was like this. Very nice. Why? Because that previous devotee, he was not chanting for Krishna, he was chanting for adoration. And then donkey singing devotee, he was chanting for devotion. So Krishna doesn't care. He's eating banana peels, Krishna. You know this pastime? Yeah. I think that was a Krura or someone. And he came to his house and that devotee became so ecstatic that he had bananas prepared. And he started feeding Krishna, but he was throwing away the fruit and he was giving the peel. But because he was absorbed in love, Krishna took it with great delight. Krishna is not attached to material things, You can't induce Krishna with some music or dance or a food. Krishna is not so cheap. He's not controlled. He's controlled by love. We also share the same quality with Krishna. We're also not attracted to opulence. We're attracted to love. Someone gives you present without any love, without any respect. It's like, let's say I have here $1 million and they just throw it at your head. It's like, take it, you fool. Even it's $1 million, you'll be like, oh, this is nonsense. But a little child gives you a little flower. This is for you, Mataji. Immediately your heart explodes with emotion. So the same thing, Krishna also. Of course, we try to do as much as possible. We're not negligent, but we can do only so much for Krishna. We're limited. So we should focus on our loving attitude. That is the most important. See, although you have no voice, you came here. And somehow or other you're taking part. So Krishna appreciates that.
I have a question.
Yes?
So does any devotee who's looking for advancement in spiritual practice, does he need to pray for suffering? Is it like at some point they need to start praying for suffering, or is it like a reservation to pray for suffering, like Queen Kunti prays?
Queen Kunti, yeah, she prays for suffering, yeah. Because when we suffer, we think of Krishna more. When we enjoy, it's easy to forget Krishna.
So should every neophyte pray for suffering eventually to advance to higher platforms of devotional service?
Yeah. But get ready to also get that suffering, because Krishna supplies immediately.
So because when we suffer,
Krishna doesn't supply sense gratification. When you pray for sense gratification, Krishna doesn't supply. Because if he gives you, you forget him. But if you do the opposite, if you pray for suffering, Krishna immediately supplies.
But sometimes also people suffer, but they don't remember God. Like how?
No, that is karma. That is different. The suffering of a karmi person, the suffering of a devotee is different. When a devotee suffers, he gets spiritual realization. A karmi can suffer continuously and remains dull-headed.
So if you pray for suffering, then we will advance quicker.
Naturally.
Okay. Right.
But you should notify us, because the whole temple can burn out. Peter Krishna is asking, please, how to develop such a faith as the deity had? Faith is developed in the association of the devotees by hearing. When are we with devotees, we're hearing about Krishna. And by hearing about Krishna, you understand how wonderful Krishna is. And then you do not mind even being killed by Krishna. You become such a lover of Krishna. Gabriela, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that Krishna certainly appears when a devotee simply becomes sorry. To what situation he is referring? I want to make sure that I have the correct understanding. Yes, I also noticed the sentence. I'm not sure exactly what Prabhupada says here. I'm very happy that you noticed that. We'll have to study a little bit more in detail. Yes, when devotee becomes sorry, he is sorry, and that is why the Lord appears. But the devotee never prays to Krishna, please protect me from danger. That is pure devotee. He just becomes sorry. Oh, I'm sorry that this situation took place. And then Krishna, out of his compassion, appears. But the devotee never asks anything from Krishna. Yes?
Some people have told me, well, Nityananda told me, that for my fertility problems, I should pray to Krishna. But I don't feel comfortable doing that because it's my fault. And I'm the one who asked him for these problems in the first place, in one way or another. So why should I now pray for him to save me from them? Also, it might be like my highest possible path not to be able to have children, like maybe that's supposed to happen. So should I pray for help in this regard, or is that kind of sense grat?
Is kind of what?
Is it kind of a sense grat?
Centocrat?
Sense grat.
Oh, sense grat. Well, if you pray for a Krishna conscious child, that's not sense grat. That's good, that's for service.
Because I could pray for what I want, but it might not be what Krishna wants isn't it better I just go with the flow and whatever he wants will happen?
Yes.
Yeah, that feels better.
Somehow or other, we should always remain in Krishna consciousness. That's the most important. Whether you have a child or not child, that is secondary. Number one is Krishna conscious, being Krishna conscious. And if you're Krishna conscious, then nothing can really affect you. Yes?
Because Krishna is a person, so when he manifests like in your ears, when you're chanting japa, it's because like you please him. So if you're inattentive,
I'm sorry?
if it's because you're pleasing him. But if you're inattentive, that means you did something wrong. So, well, how do you know if you did something wrong?
Not necessarily. If you're inattentive, it might be just your choice. You're inattentive because of your free will.
Okay.
I'm inattentive because Dhananjaya spoke to me very roughly, so now I'm inattentive. I can be inattentive. It's his fault. That is not like that.
Okay.
It's very simple. You just hear the name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Don't go anywhere else with the mind.
Thank you.
Nityananda is asking, okay, he's clarifying. Any questions on YouTube or TikTok?
No, nothing serious. Well, someone asked, Gaura celestial soul. So
Who?
Gaura / celestial soul.
Celestial soul.
Celestial sound. So,
Sound. Beautiful name.
Yes. And it says, why do you say it's cult when it should be spirituality? I don't know what that means.
On TikTok, why we have written that Hare Krishna cult?
Oh, well, cult doesn't necessarily have a derogatory meaning only. Cult is derived from the word culture. So this is a very nice Krishna conscious culture.
And Morgan probably...
One thing is that if it's a dangerous cult would never call itself cult. It's a subtle joke for the dull-headed people.
There's another question on TikTok, which is from Morgan Prabhu. He said, so if someone curses me, then I could fall, but maybe will chanting help?
Not just someone, a brahmana or a devotee, not anyone. Specifically, brahmana was mentioned, or a devotee also. When they curse you. Of course, devotees don't want to curse anyone, but we should respect them. All right. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hare Hare Hare. Namaste Hare Krishna Stay Guru Shmari Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namani Namaste Saraswati Guru Vale Vrachari Nadi Rishi Shashuna Vari Prachari Ishtari. Thank you, Rodha Prakash. Thank you.